right, so the Eddy County matchup tonight taking place first with the Cave Girls, then with the Cavemen, as Artesia made the 30-minute trip down today to make sure that this rivalry could continue. They always like to fire when they come, no matter what, or when we go over there. Same thing, and actually the Cave Girls have had a chance to play in Artesia, but not against Artesia, because they went to the Artesia tournament earlier this year, and so did the Cavemen. But neither team played Artesia, right?
No, neither team got to. They're usually on the other side of the bracket, and we'd only face them if we got to the championship, or they did.
Yep.
But no, we didn't get to face them.
All right, so Carlsbad is coached by Coach Matt Inlow, the head coach, and assistant coaches Rylan Gonzalez, Aaron Guevara, Wesley Boatwright, and April Anderson. So those are the coaches for the Cavemen, or the Cave Girls. For Artesia, they have head coach Jeff Houtling, Candace Pollard, Nick Rivera, Cambry Blakey, sorry. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the lineups for tonight. For Artesia, it's number 11, Aubrey Zumbrun. Number 12, Brooklyn Thacker. Number 14, Carmen Harvey. Number 15, Ariana Montoya. Number 20, Kailee Padilla. Number 21, Ashton Kraft. 22, Jenna Whitmire. 23, Kymber Beltran. 24, Abigail Hochschild. 32, Hattie Harrison. And number 45, Lorin Wagner. Then over in the Cave Girls side of things, we've got number 1, Cameron Zumbrun. Number 2, Mia Payanis. Number 3, Hayden Brose. 11, Josie Tindorf. Number 12, Abbey Dugan. Number 14, Serena Carrasco. Number 21, Macy Garcia. Number 23, Faith Klusner. 30, Korrine Bradford. 32, Tanisha Green. 33, Samantha Oliver. 50, Jasmynn Gonzalez. And number 52, Rebecca Brown. So Cave Girls have I would say about 4 more girls on their roster for tonight's game. And of course that includes floaters and girls that are in their development stages as well, trying to get some looks at the varsity squad. Today we have a pretty even matchup, I guess you could say, in terms of seniority. We've got the Cave Girls and 5 juniors, and Artesia has 2 seniors and 4 juniors. So I guess it's a little bit lopsided there, but that doesn't always mean everything, right?
Yeah, no, I think once they take the court and game gets started, all that stuff goes out the window.
All right, so I had a chance to ask Coach Zumbrun and Coach Inlow a few questions about their games tonight, about their team, the development that they've seen throughout, and maybe some of their coaching styles as well kind of came out in this interview, or these interview questions. And we're going to get into some of those throughout the night tonight, but I really like to be able to get some insight from basically behind the scenes from these guys, because they're around it every single day. You know, I can look at it right here and give you as best of a call as I can, but I can't get inside the mind of the coach unless I ask questions, and that's what we're going to bring you guys a little bit of tonight. Tonight's sponsor is C&B Bank, and tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Red Rocket Media and All Sports Best. So Cave Girls lined up, ready to rock, and they're about to send out their starting 5. Artesia has theirs out on the court as well. We're going to get started here in just a second. Got 3 officials out on the court tonight.
I think this is the only game in town where the opposing team brings their cheerleaders. You know what I mean? Normally we don't see the cheerleaders because they're underneath here.
Right.
But the other team's cheerleaders are on the other side of the goal, so it's kind of unusual for a basketball game.
All right, we're going to get things started. Jasmynn Gonzalez to jump for the Cave Girls, and she knocks it towards Artesia as we get things started here. And Artesia going to kick it around the perimeter. They're going to get it down low, feed it into their big at 45, Lorin Wagner, and she gets defended well by Gonzalez. There's a tie ball, and now Cave Girls take advantage of that right away. So first possession you kind of get a little bit of a tell as to what they're going to be looking to do. They're going to be looking to go down low, it looks like. So Cave Girls get it across half court. Abbey Dugan with the ball up top, the point guard for the Cave Girls. She'll have the ball a lot tonight. She gets it tipped away, and Zumbrun has it. And they go ahead and blow the whistle and call it a tie ball. So once again, another possession arrow is going to change. That's the fastest I've ever seen a possession arrow
Go
move.
one side to the other, yeah.
It's like flashing almost. All right, so Artesia kind of the same play here, and you can tell they really want to get it down to Wagner. She's going to be a talent tonight. They're going to play it through her, and they get a three-point shot up, and it's just off the front of the rim, and the
Korrine Bradford gets the rebound.
Rebound brought down by Korrine Bradford, and 22 Jenna Whitmire was the shooter for the Bulldogs.
I guess it was a foul. I guess it was on 45.
All right, so we've got Cave Girls trying to bring it in, but it's tipped back away. So Cave Girls are going to hold possession here. They're going to try and get across court. Artesia bringing the full court press to get things started. Abbey Dugan to get past multiple defenders. She's got a lane. She doesn't take it. She gets the ball back and misses the lay-in. She had a shot there to pass it away. 6 minutes, 52 seconds. Here's a three-point shot. This one is good. They are counting it as a three. It was close.
That was Whitmire.
But it's 3-0. Artesia strikes first. Abbey Dugan doing a great job of getting the ball through, and she can really just get down court. If she would just take it to the rim, we would have 4 points right now.
A good possibility for sure, but yeah, she does. She's good at handling the ball, and she can get down court quick.
So right there, an air ball by Korrine Bradford. It missed the goal by a solid 3 feet. And here's Abbey Dugan with a stolen pass right there. She gets rid of it, and it's missed on the layup. She gets the rebound and puts it up. Abbey Dugan doing it all here the first couple minutes of the game. And tonight, the starters for the Cave Girls include Cameron Zumbrun, Abbey Dugan, Korrine Bradford, Samantha Oliver, or Sammi Oliver is what they call her, and Jasmynn Gonzalez. So in to pass the ball is Zumbrun. She finds Gonzalez. Gonzalez looks, makes a nice pivot move, passes it away, and the ball gets to Oliver. She misses the three-point shot, and the rebound brought down by Wagner. She gets rid of it. Artesia bringing it down smoothly. Here comes a drive to the basket, a nice effort and a good move towards the basket by number 23, Kymber Beltran, but it's moved or basically pushed away. I wouldn't say swatted away, and the Cave Girls are going to have the ball here as Artesia touched it last. So Abbey Dugan, they're trying to trap her in the corner. She gets it to Jasmynn Gonzalez. Artesia with some great defense here on the full court press, and they're making it hard for Carlsbad, absolutely. There's Oliver. She passes it to Gonzalez.
Nice
she makes
move.
a nice move, gets to the basket, and she gets fouled. She's going to get to the line to shoot two. And the Cave Girls looking to get their first point of the game here from Jasmynn Gonzalez.
I guess that was on number 20, Padilla. So she's going to shoot two.
All right, first shot is no good. Off the side of the rim. 5 minutes, 43 seconds left here in the first quarter as Gonzalez puts up the second free throw, and that one misses as well. So Cave Girls still yet to score as Artesia kind of
a little bit better, they'll be a lot tougher to play.
Absolutely. She has been phenomenal tonight, though, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Dugan gets it over to Oliver. Oliver back to Dugan in the corner. And they're still just one-on-one. Or they're not one-on-one. They're doing a zone. But you would almost want to feed more girls in her direction because she's done so much tonight to dissect them. Here's Dugan. She gets a lane, and she makes the jumper. Close range. 7 minutes. 30 seconds here in the second quarter. I don't know, I'm telling you the time within like seconds of it starting. But nice play by Dugan. 9-6, Cave Girls lead in the early score here in the second quarter. Nice play by Artesia to get it down low to number 32, Hattie Harrison. And she did had a nice move on that one to make that shot. 9-8, Cave Girls lead. Dugan brings it down. She sees Gonzalez. Nice spin move on the catch, and she finishes at the rim. Nicely done, Jasmynn Gonzalez. That's a tough play to make in a spin, starting your spin as you're catching the ball. It's a tough move to defend, but I think it's even tougher to execute.
Yeah.
6 minutes, 44 seconds. Three-point shot by Artesia is good. That's going to tie things up here, 11-11. And a nice shot there by number 22, Jenna Whitmire. And Artesia doing a good job of defending. Abbey Dugan has been doing a great job of getting through it. They're not going to let this up. The thing about it for full court press is it tires out your defense a little bit. But if it works and you're able to kind of pull away, you can kind of get lenient on that. So they get the ball down to Oliver. She misses the close range lay-in. Tie remains 11-11. 6 minutes, 12 seconds on the clock. Artesia skips it across. They're looking for another three-point shot. They've been living by it tonight. Nice move by Whitmire to get down and find a lane. She went 100% at it, no hesitation. And Artesia benefits big time. They take the lead, 13-11 Artesia. Zumbrun has the ball. She tries to pass it over to Oliver. Oliver gets defended by number 23, Beltran, and it's knocked out of bounds by Artesia. 5 minutes, 50 seconds, and Carlsbad calls a timeout. You want to just kind of regather, I believe, on this one. Ruben, what do you think about the second quarter so far? It's been a good battle on both sides.
Well, I think that Artesia's not shooting as well, but they're solid at the three-point line. And if you're solid at the three-point line, I feel like you're going to always be in the game. So I think they've already hit like three-pointers.
Yes.
So that's been most of their points. And us, we're trying to get to the rim and find the open look. And we're kind of getting one shot and done because that 6-footer inside is pretty much getting all the rebounds that we don't make.
If I'm not mistaken, Whitmire has 8 points for Artesia thus far. And Dugan playing the team game and doing a good job of it. And Gonzalez is at the line to shoot two. Gathers the shot, bounces around and goes down.
See, the cheerleaders
big
aren't
free throw
cheering.
there.
The cheerleaders aren't cheering right now, but they were cheering the last time she was shooting. I thought that's kind of a disadvantage when you're cheering while they're shooting free throws. You know what I mean? Right there.
Oh, there they go.
Yeah. See, that doesn't seem fair.
Well, the thing is that it's home court, so Carlsbad should be bringing the heat when the other team's shooting free throws, you know? I'm not faulting Artesia for that one. But doesn't matter. Jasmynn Gonzalez sinks both. That's going to make it 13-13 tie ball game. 5 minutes, 42 seconds here in the second quarter. Padilla brings it down. Gets it over to Wagner. Wagner throws it away. Garcia with the steal over to Green. And Dugan bringing it down. 5 minutes, 29 seconds. She gets it over to Garcia. Garcia looks across. And she tries to pass it to Gonzalez. It's stolen by Wagner. Gets it over to Whitmire. Whitmire slowing things down for Artesia. I think that was a good move on her part. Get it over to Beltran. Beltran over to Wagner. Wagner to Padilla. In the corner, Whitmire. She's had the hot hand. And this one just grazes the rim as it goes out of bounds. Cavegirl ball, Dugan bringing it down with 5 minutes here in the second quarter. Dugan gets it over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez tips it away but gets it back. Ooh, and Dugan with the travel. She was thinking exactly where she wanted to go before she put the ball down. In 4 minutes, 49 seconds on the clock, it's going to be Artesia ball. 13-13. This has been a really good game. Fun game to watch so far. Whitmire thinking about it. She's got space.
Ooh,
skips it over,
nice
but
defense by Garcia.
So Garcia didn't get playing time last year, I believe, maybe on JV.
Yeah.
She was there. Green was there. Klusner was there as well. The only starters from last year on the court right now is Abbey Dugan and Jasmynn Gonzalez.
Yeah.
And I'm really impressed with how these girls just kind of jumped in and found their place on this squad. 4 minutes, 33 seconds on the clock. Artesia trying to feed it down to Wagner.
Yeah, I don't know.
They get it down there, and Garcia pulled her arm down, so it's going to be a foul on number 21,
That girl was
Macy
wide
Garcia.
open. That girl was wide open at 3 foot out, and she passes in to get a closer shot.
Guess it worked out.
Yeah.
Wagner gets it. Beltran with the three-point shot. This one just off the front of the rim. And another hard-fought rebound for Wagner, and she's fouled by Klusner. I believe that's going to be her second foul tonight here in the first half, and it is. So Wagner's going to get her 2 shots at the line. First one is good. 13-14. Artesia trying to get that lead back, but they got the lead back, trying to widen it here with this one, and it goes down. So Wagner good at free throw shots. Looks like she knows what she's doing. Dugan has to get past 2 defenders, gets it down to Green. Green doing a good job handling the ball. She gets a pass over to Garcia, puts a shot up quick off the front of the rim. Good rebound
Nice
by Brown, and puts it back. 4 minutes, 15-15, and this game remains very good here in the first half. Whitmire over to Beltran, over to Padilla. Artesia trying to find something. They find a lane, and Padilla puts it up, finds a way to get her own rebound, and works down low, gets past Jasmynn Gonzalez somehow.
That's a pretty good move because Jasmyn had good defense on her. She just kind of went around the hands or the arms.
17-15, Artesia leads, and Dugan has a lane, and she's going to get called for a travel once again. She had the ball knocked away from her, but they're going to hold that down as a possession because she kind of grabbed it as she was running. 3 minutes, 25 seconds. And Artesia trying to widen their lead here. I don't think it's been bigger than a 3-point lead on either side tonight yet. Here's Wagner, and she breaks the record tonight for biggest lead, 4 points, Artesia. 19-15. Green gets it over to Brown. Brown to Gonzalez. She's got a lane, and
nice.
She uses it.
She has that range right there where she knows how to get to the basket.
Exactly. It feels to me like when Gonzalez has the ball in that spot, she has practiced every different direction you can go.
Yeah, every scenario, huh?
Exactly. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Artesia moving the ball around. Jumper by number 32, Hattie Harrison, and it's good. So 21-17. They want to keep that lead up at 4. Dugan gets it over to Garcia. Garcia's got space. She gets it to Brown. Brown's got a defender on her. Gets it to Green. Green, backcourt violation, and a good defensive play by Whitmire. And she was on her the whole time.
That was kind of a tough one because it kind of like was loose, and she never really had control of it. So I don't know if you have to have control and then it go. You know what I mean?
No, because we had control before unless they gain control at all. They never did.
Yeah, but if they knock it away, it's the same thing. I feel
I
like
see what
nobody
you're
had
saying.
control.
All right, Harrison going to get called for the travel. And she gets caught in the air, comes down. 2 minutes, 8 seconds here in the second quarter. Dugan bringing the ball down. Cavegirls down by 4, 21-17. Dugan's got a look, gets it over to Zumbrun. Zumbrun thought about the shot, and she gets it knocked away, and they're going to call this one a foul on Whitmire on the reach-in. Questionable there. Felt like a pretty
That's her first.
reasonable, like, all-ball
Yeah.
play, but Garcia's got the ball. Plenty of space. 1:51 on the clock. Dugan finds her lane, and she
Nice.
gets it up. Ooh, and it just rims out. She gets her own rebound. Doesn't go. Oliver gets the rebound. Doesn't go. And 2 offensive rebounds. Cavegirls can't finish. Artesia gets the ball. Gets it down to Whitmire. She puts it up. And she's going to get to the line to shoot, too. But a good, strong finish on that one. I almost thought it was going to happen.
I feel like
Going to go down for her.
I feel like it was a good, strong foul, too, because she kind of got her arms to where she couldn't make it, but she still almost made it.
Yeah, that was a strong play for sure. On both sides. Such strength. All right, number 22, Whitmire, has been the lead scorer for Artesia tonight, and add another point to that. 22-17. Bulldogs lead. Here comes Whitmire with her second shot, and this one off the back of the rim. Dugan gets the ball, gets kind of knocked back, and here's the three-point shot. She found a spot she wanted. No good. 1:27 on the clock. Artesia bringing it down. Padilla over to Whitmire. Back to Padilla. They're keeping it pretty deep. Harrison, and they do a nice play, nice jump pass over to Wagner, and she finishes at the rim. There was no beat skipped right there. It was smooth as can be.
Yeah.
24-17. Cavegirls down by 7, the largest margin of the night. Garcia with the ball. Oliver with it, not guarded too heavily. Garcia tries to get the ball over to Dugan, and it's tapped away by Harrison. And Garcia's going to pass this one in. She's looking for Dugan. So with 50 seconds on the clock, Cavegirls have lots of three-point options. At least lots of three-point space to shoot. They're not taking them. And whether they're not confident in that shot or that's just not part of tonight's game plan, Artesia's been taking big advantage of the three-point shot tonight. And I feel like that's been spreading the floor a lot for them, and they've been able to attack down the middle quite often tonight because of it.
Yeah, they're trying to stay spread out, leave room for the big 6-footer inside, and that's what's working for them right now.
40 seconds on the clock. Whitmire back to Padilla. Padilla over to Beltran. 34 seconds on the clock. Padilla finds a three-point shot she liked, and another backboard.
I think that's her second off the glass.
It is.
So maybe she practices that one. I don't know.
Yep. Backboard's getting a little extra pay tonight, I guess. Bradford gets it over to Dugan. Dugan finds Gonzalez. She's got a chance to shoot something. Here's Zumbrun from 3. No, doesn't go. Comes up just short. Double team. And Padilla is going to try and get through. 1 second left. You don't want to foul here. Good job by Dugan. Kind of crafty, knocked that ball away. But, man, that's kind of scary. You don't want to foul at the very end, knowing you're going to give away 2 shots 100%. But at the half, 27-17, Artesia widens the lead by 10 points, into 10 points. That is wild. If you would have told me that Artesia would be leading this game going into the half after that first quarter, I'd have been like, doubt it.
Yeah, for sure. No, they just found a way to kind of get their shots to fall a little more, and they're getting every rebound with that big girl in the middle. She's blocking out well, and she's not giving us any extra possessions for sure.
Absolutely. So here at the half, folks, we are listening to All Sports Best, Trey and Ruben, being broadcasted by Red Rocket Media and sponsored by CNB Bank. We appreciate them for sponsoring tonight's games, both games. And if you are interested in purchasing any of the upcoming games, becoming a lead sponsor, then feel free to message us or send us a direct message for your business. We'd love to partner with you as well. So Cavemen now doing some layup lines to get loose a little bit here at the halftime, and kind of stay in uniform. White tops with the gray Nike bottoms. It's funny because when I look at some of the gear that these athletes have nowadays, just by pure amount of choice compared to what it was even when I was in school, and then you just, take it back another 5 years, and it's just evolved insane. Pants are stretchy and 1,000 different materials, and it almost felt like you had 2 brands to choose from back in the day.
Oh, yeah. And I feel like they would just be wearing a T-shirt that just said Cavegirls, Cavemen, and now they've got those wickers and the, they're probably $30 warm-up T-shirts and $60 sweat bottoms.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, you say that if you were to say those kinds of prices when I was in school, you'd be like, is that designer, or like what's so special about it?
Yeah,
now it's kind of like, no, this is just what I wear on a Monday. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
So the Cavegirls tonight have seen some success, but really most of their successes come within, range of the paint at best. I think Sammi Oliver has the lone three-pointer of the night for the Cavegirls, and so 14 of their points have come from the line or down in the paint region. Cavegirls have to get the three-point shot at least as a threat, not necessarily going and becoming hot, but becoming a threat tonight at the very least. What do you think?
I think that, and they've got to find a way to block out and get rebounds over the big girl, number 45, because I feel like she's, like I said, keeping them from getting too many possessions.
Yeah, absolutely. So we talked about the size that both teams have in their 3 tallest players. And tonight, their bigs have done a good job of contributing on both ends. I mean, for the Cavegirls, you saw Rebecca Brown doing a good job of getting rebounds. She finished a couple of shots down in the paint, and Faith Klusner has done a good job on the defensive end, getting her hands up, using that height to become a problem for Artesia. But then you go over to Artesia's side, and you see Hattie Harrison making jump shots right around free throw range and finishing at the basket, as well as getting steals. And Lorin Wagner has done basically everything tonight for Artesia, and those 2 bigs have proven to show tons of talent for Artesia.
And Jenna Whitmire has been a problem the whole night because she goes to the basket, she shoots threes, she kind of has a little bit of everything in her repertoire.
Yes, she absolutely does.
I just learned that word.
I know, you were just waiting to use it, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so another question that I asked Coach Inlow before tonight's game was, is there a certain player you would call captain if you had to, and why? Of course, he's going to navigate around these kinds of questions. You got to kind of say what you feel will be best for the team to hear, I guess. But I think he did a good job of answering. He said that the varsity, he didn't choose it, but the varsity voted for 3 captains this year: Jasmynn Gonzalez, Sammi Oliver, and Abbey Dugan, all of which got the start tonight, all of which have contributed in some way. And obviously, Abbey Dugan is a phenomenal athlete. We've talked about her in soccer. We've talked about her in basketball for the last, 6 years, I think she's been on varsity since she's been in elementary school. So obviously, she's got a say in how the team's going to do throughout each year. Sammi Oliver has been getting varsity minutes, I believe, for 3 years. And Jasmynn Gonzalez has been a huge contributor for this Cavegirl squad, especially over the last 2 years. I mean, I know last year she kind of, 2 years ago, she came onto the scene. She was good. And then you're like, I can see potential. And I feel like she really took a huge leap into last year. And then, of course, this year, her best year yet. And that's exactly what you want to see when you're watching these girls develop, watching athletes develop. But did they get better from last year? And I think the answer for all 3 of these girls is yes.
Oh, yeah. No, I think it's kind of scary because most of them are juniors, And I
Yeah.
think that next year they're going to be a really solid squad. But no, they're having a good season. We can't say anything bad now. They've what, 7-1? Is that what we said the record is?
Exactly.
So I think the tough thing is going to be looking into the future is going to be Hobbs. Hobbs is always the measuring stick
Yep.
for girls basketball, and I.
Caitlin Clark in the Ohio or the Iowa Hawkeyes. So, I mean, you know, they went and played in a college tournament. They were like, wait, you're a high school team. They're like, watch us get to the championship.
Wait,
no,
aren't
no.
you the one with all the NIL deals?
Yeah.
They're all getting their autograph.
No, but in all seriousness, Hobbs is definitely continuously going to be the hardest team to face in the state every year over the past, I think, 4 years.
Oh,
I mean,
for sure.
when they
Yeah.
make it to the state tournament, you're expecting them to get to the championship or it's a bust year.
Right.
And Cave Girls, Cavemen, I can't say the same for them over the past 20 years. I think the Cave Girls have never made the championship, I think, ever, right, in history.
Not that I know of.
And
no.
the Cavemen have made it one time, and I believe
we
that was
know of,
about 8 years ago. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a team that's known for their excellence, both at boys and girls in basketball, and a program here in Carlsbad that's still trying to find their full identity as a program. Sometimes you kind of look at it, but this year, I think the Cave Girls are really capitalizing on teamwork more than anything, right? You don't look at it and go, Gatorade Player of the Year, you know, somebody that could be named the best player on any
yeah.
team. You're just looking at these girls are using their talent and they're spreading around the love. I mean, we saw 12 players probably get into the game here in the first half.
Right.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Especially when you don't look out there and go, oh, hopefully, you know, they pull her out soon because she's hurting us. I didn't feel that way, at least in the first half. I could be wrong. I don't know. This is really like the first time we've had a chance to.
Right, this is the first look for you for the girls. So
Yeah.
yeah. No, I think that's the best way to do it, because I don't care if you have one or two studs on the team. If a team can come in and shut them down, you've got to have somebody else that can
Exactly.
handle the ball, that can shoot the ball, that can do everything you need, and you got to play good defense. And right now, I think we're going to have to step up a little bit on our defense because we're down 10.
All right, a minute 35 here left in the half. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to let you know a little bit more about our sponsor, the CNB Bank. All right, we're going to get things underway here with the Cave Girls getting started. Zumbrun to pass the ball into Abbey Dugan, and the Cave Girls have to execute this second half in order to gain some traction back. They're down 10 points, 27-17 coming into the third quarter. And right there, close call there for the Cave Girls. Almost knock it out of bounds. a self-turnover, basically. But they're going to get the 3-second call down in the paint by Korrine Bradford. And for those of you that don't know, all you have to do is just make sure that you pop out both feet out of the paint, and it resets the clock. So as long as you just kind of pop in, pop out, you're good. With the exception of, if you're going to get the ball, you might stand there a little bit longer, but you still got to get rid of it. 7 minutes, 32 seconds. Harrison gets it over to Wagner. Wagner kicks it out. Whitmire, a drive to the basket. She gets that stolen. Klusner did a good job of securing it, and we got it back to over to Abbey Dugan. 7 minutes, 15 seconds. Gets it over to Oliver. Klusner finds Gonzalez down in the paint. She gets it, goes up, and gets fouled. She's going to get to the line to shoot two.
I love how every time somebody gets called for a foul, they throw their hands up like it wasn't me. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
How was it me? How was it me?
Exactly.
So that was on number 20, which is Kailee Padilla, her second foul.
All right, so both teams really haven't seen a lot of foul trouble per se. I think the most fouls that have belonged to any one player has been Klusner. I think she has 2. So nothing to be threatened by, but they're going to put in green for Klusner, Bros for Oliver, and Hayden Bros going to make her first appearance of the game tonight. Wagner gets the rebound. She gets it to Padilla. Padilla guarded closely by Bros, and she gets it over to Beltran. Beltran over to Padilla, up at the top of the key. 6 minutes, 58 seconds. She drives. She gets fouled. And I almost feel like part of the way that you go up and come down can help the referee go, that might have been a foul. Because I felt in that case, nobody really committed anything.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. That's why I thought, who got the foul? Because I feel like they were all just kind of around her, and she just kind of went up and missed the shot.
She extends the lead there to 11, 28-17, Artesia, after the first free throw by Padilla goes in. So with a little under 7 minutes, second shot by Padilla, no good. Gonzalez gets the rebound over to Dugan. Dugan bringing it down. Artesia relaxing the full court press. Believe they feel comfortable with what they've gotten out of it so far, and Wagner steals it and pushes the ball up to Beltran. Artesia not trying to do anything too quickly, but they've had lots of good looks tonight from the three-point shot, and right there, anything you get Whitmire, she's got a step, she's going to use it, and she's been taking big advantage of it because she executes, she finishes.
Yeah, they were double teaming Wagner, so it left her open, and she finished for sure.
That's the thing. Like you said earlier, too, though, you said if you can shut down 2 players, but it's hard to shut down 2 players sometimes, Yeah. So here's Padilla. She gets the ball off of a sloppy, fast break and keeps it down court with Artesia. Whitmire back to Padilla, and they're not in any hurry there. No,
with a 13-point lead, they're milking the clock for sure, thinking unless we have an easy shot, why are we going to force anything?
So Beltran over to Whitmire. Whitmire, they're just looking to see, do they have anything down to Wagner? And there, a nice play by Wagner to Harrison, and she finishes. I mean, a nice gather step by Harrison. And Dugan, she's going to find a shot. This one just a bit short. A good look there. I'd let her take that shot all day if I'm Coach Enlow. But it just came up short, a bit rushed, too. 5 minutes, 18 seconds here in the third quarter. And Artesia trying to feed it down low. A nice pass over the top of Gonzalez over to Wagner, and she finishes. And she's between Wagner and Whitmire, you give them any looks, they're finishing tonight. Like, it's not a question. If they miss it, they might get their own rebound. Tonight's been dangerous between those two.
They've doubled our score as of now, and we're going to have to do some better stuff on defense to be able to compete for sure.
So my daughter, Maisie, making an appearance tonight, and she's absolutely loving the music.
Oh, yeah. She loves the timeouts. Huh?
She does, absolutely. So with 5 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock, Coach Enlow's got to find a way to light a fire in some of these Cave girls right now. It can't wait till the fourth quarter. I would say I would feel a lot better of their chances if they're able to score at least 5 points before the end of the third quarter.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about Maisie over there looking at the cheerleaders and stuff, thinking maybe that's my future.
All right, so Zumbrun to pass the ball in, and they send Whitmire to guard Dugan closely. They want to add some more pressure to the Cave girls, and if they can do that and keep them from scoring, they're just going to widen this margin. So Cave girls have to stay composed throughout. There's Gonzalez, a nice play to the basket, but doesn't finish.
Korrine getting sticky fingers right there and got the jump ball.
So Wagner got the rebound. Bradford got her hands on it, and it's going to be Artesia ball. And they're going to take a halftime out there for Artesia.
I think Coach Enlow is making wholesale substitutions, trying to maybe start doing some pressure and trying to disrupt their offense a little bit, because he's going to have to do something to try to get back into this game.
4 minutes and 51 seconds. And if you're Coach Enlow, I would just be talking about, you know what, guys, more than anything, because I don't feel so. Let me back this up. The Cave Girl defense has done a lot tonight to put pressure on Artesia. It's just simply that they know how to find holes. And tonight, Artesia looks like a better team than 6-3. I mean, tonight, Artesia looks like maybe an 8-1 team at worst.
I feel like they're just real comfortable moving the ball around without having to dribble a lot, and they're finding the open man, and that's a key thing for sure.
Absolutely. Now Carlsbad putting a little more pressure on the full court press there for Artesia to bring it down, but they get it down anyways. Bros with endless energy, it feels like, is going to be a key defender here in the second half. Here's Whitmire trying to work her way down. The fadeaway jumper goes, and that was an impressive sequence for Whitmire. And I will say one thing that I do like about how Artesia presents themselves: matching shoes tonight. It's a uniform squad. That's the kind of chemistry they have. But I have seen a lot of good chemistry tonight by the Cave girls. So I guess that's not always a telltale. Bros gets it over to Green. Green finds Dugan. Dugan's got a lane. She finishes at the rim. And the Cave girls trying to claw their way back if they can. Good job by the Cave girls. Oh, and they're going to call a foul there. No, a travel from Artesia. Could have gone either way there. For sure.
I saw travel.
Yeah, that's what you saw, huh? 3 minutes, 49 seconds. Folks, tonight's broadcast brought to you by CNB Bank. They've been serving the community of Carlsbad for 100 years. Visit their website at www.rcnb.bank. That's O-R-U. CNB.bank. Here's a three-point shot by Dugan, and Green gets the rebound. She puts it up, no good. Artesia brings it down. That's Harrison, and she's fouled by Carrasco. And it's going to be Artesia ball. Artesia's going to try and get this down. Carlsbad with the full court press, and they skip it across. There's Whitmire. She gets it down over to Beltran. And Beltran up to Wagner. They can reset this offense and take their time once again. 36-19. Artesia leads. Big lead here for Artesia. And there's a nice play by Whitmire, and it's tapped away by Carrasco. It's going to be Artesia ball under the basket. A 17-point lead by Artesia.
Yeah,
and they have not shown.
Just when you think Whitmire is going to milk the clock a little bit, she just goes to the hole.
Exactly.
So they're not.
They've got the gas fully pressed tonight, and there's Harrison on the inbounds play. Just a nice, easy finish, and that extends the lead to 19. Artesia trying to hit that 20-point lead plus, if possible. Here's Zumbrun. She looked to
that was a double.
Shoot it, and she picked up her dribble and dribbled again.
And I feel like she'd have got away with it, but then when you stop and go, oh, shoot, you know what I mean? It's almost like, okay, the rest like, oh, yeah, wait.
Exactly. 2 minutes and 54 seconds here in the third quarter, and Artesia really starting to make this known that they are dominating this game. I mean, the end of the second part of the second quarter was theirs, 100%. And here's Whitmire, and they're going to give this a tie ball.
That was a good call because I feel like she was trying to just force it up.
Kind of flop it out.
Yeah, just to get the foul call, draw the foul. And so the jump ball was not the right call, but it was a good call, like a neutral call. You know what I mean?
It could have just been an out-of-bounds call.
Yeah, I guess.
2 minutes, 40 seconds. Zumbrun to Dugan. Dugan just flies by Whitmire, but stops her dribble. Here's Zumbrun. This one comes up short. Gonzalez gets the rebound. She's still fighting for it. No tie ball call there for a while. That's the longest I've ever seen them let them fight.
Whitmire was doing the thumbs up for 5 minutes, and they still didn't call it. They finally did.
2 minutes, 25 seconds on the clock. Harrison passes it down to Padilla. Padilla backs it out, looks to drive. Good defense by Zumbrun and Oliver, and a timeout by Artesia. You can tell that the Artesia coach is really wanting Artesia, the girls, to kind of slow things down, and they just want to keep going. Yeah. He kind of gave them the, hey, let's slow it down, kind of
pump the brakes,
body language, and they're just 100% going at it. 2 minutes, 13 seconds, but when you're in a game like this, playing against a team that you may or may not like from 30 minutes away, you want to beat them as bad as you can. Artesia's going for it.
Oh, yeah. A rivalry game, you're going to just go for, and there's no reason to back it off. But I could see the coach, too, like, hey, you know what, there's no reason. Let's just run clock.
Yes. So with 2 minutes and 13 seconds here in the third quarter, we've got Whitmire to throw it into Padilla. And I can't read lips very well, especially from here. But I would imagine the Artesia coach is saying, hey, let's slow things down. Let's let the clock move a little bit and find the open shots that we really want to take. Nothing sloppy. So here's Whitmire. But Carlsbad definitely continuing to really push on the defensive end. Here's Padilla with a three-point shot. That one, no good. A little hard off the back of the rim. And Garcia gets the rebound and ties it up. 1:48 on the clock. Dugan brings it down. So Dugan trying to find something, and there's a good look by Zumbrun. It bounces around, doesn't go. Gonzalez had a look as well, but she didn't turn to take it. Dugan with a three-point shot. This one goes. 3 points for Abbey Dugan.
We just need about 4 more of those to get back in the game.
Exactly, that's all it is. 38-22, a 16-point lead by Artesia. And Carlsbad's not out of this thing, but Artesia is trying to make 100% sure that they are. And there's going to be a foul there. Going to send Whitmire to the line. You can imagine how good she is at the free throw line.
Yeah, that was on 21. Macy Garcia? I don't even think Macy Garcia is in there.
There is,
she is
the first shot, no good. 38-22, Artesia with the big lead. Second shot, no good. This one, rebounded by Gonzalez. Over to Dugan. 1:05 on the clock. Dugan pushes it to Zumbrun. Zumbrun back to Dugan. A wide open shot. Can she make it? And yes, she does. Back-to-back threes by Dugan. Ruben called for 3 more. She just knocked one of them down. Needs 2 more. Needs 2 more.
Yeah, she's pretty solid just about anywhere she shoots. We need to go to her a little more often.
40 seconds on the clock, and they're going to get a tie ball.
I was going to say that's a jump ball for sure.
A good play by Sammi Oliver. All right, so Artesia to pass the ball, and that's Beltran. She gets it to Padilla. Padilla, three-point shot. That one, a tough one, a dagger feel from Padilla.
I guess our teacher didn't get the memo. We could just make threes.
Right.
To catch up.
They were banned from threes for this quarter, but I guess not. 22 seconds. Here's Dugan. She gets it down to Oliver. Oliver almost gives it away. Here's Dugan. She goes up with it, kind of loses it in the process.
I think she
and
kind
with
of got
10
fouled.
seconds left on the clock, Artesia to pass it down, try and do a baseball pass in motion. And it goes out of bounds. Zumbrun to pass it into Dugan. And they're going to have 7 seconds to get this thing down court and get a shot. Here's 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And Gonzalez gets it off in time and just a bit too far, a bit too long on that shot. 41-25, a 16-point lead for the Bulldogs going into the fourth quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's broadcast is presented by C&B Bank. They've been serving the community of Carlsbad for 100 years. Visit our website, www.rcnb.bank, to start a lasting relationship with local people just like you. I will say that I have been banking with CNB since I started banking, I guess, right? Since I started like an account, that's what I started with. And I've been satisfied with it, so I'm actually a customer. So kind of cool.
So that's good.
That is good. All right, so asked some questions to Coach Inlow earlier today about the team. I said, how do you encourage your girls to recover after games and practices? And he said, we talk about how long our season is, and we break it down to essentially 3 seasons: the regular season, district, and the playoffs. It's important to recover after each practice and game because of the wear and tear on the body. So he gave us absolutely nothing in terms of how he asks his girls to recover, but he just says he tells them to recover. I think what's cool about that, though, honestly, is that they have a great training staff that can kind of relay things like that to the girls. Hey, drink plenty of water. Make sure you get rest, things like that. Here's Zumbrun with the first 3-point shot of the quarter, and that one just comes up a bit short. The Cavegirls might be better suited to taking more threes in this quarter than anything, as they saw some success from Abbey Dugan. So here is Whitmire with the ball. She passes it down to Harrison. Harrison back out to Whitmire. 7 minutes, 24 seconds on the clock. Here's Whitmire trying to make something on the move, and it does not go. Carlsbad with the ball. Here's Dugan once again. Dugan bringing it down. She gets it over to Zumbrun. Zumbrun looking to find something down low. Here's Bradford. She gets it over to Dugan. Dugan to Gonzalez. Gonzalez out to Zumbrun. Over to Oliver. This one just off the front of the rim, but a good ball movement by the Cavegirls and a good rebound by Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets it and puts it back up, and no good once again. 6 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock. And Whitmire almost takes another 3-point shot. 6 minutes, 35 seconds on the clock as Artesia slows it down for what seems to be the first time of the night. They haven't done a whole lot of that to kind of like let clock run. But there we go. Beltran brings it down, and it's a tie ball again by the Cavegirls. And a good job by Zumbrun to play that well on the defensive end. 6 minutes, 19 seconds. Artesia gets it back up. Whitmire has been their star tonight alongside Wagner. And here's Padilla. Padilla back to Whitmire it was. Wagner makes a nice pass fake. Gets it out to Beltran, just misses. And the rebound by Padilla put back up, no good. Gonzalez gets the rebound. She gets it back over to Dugan. 16-point difference here in tonight's game. With 5 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock, Carlsbad has to start making some points up quick. Get the ball down to Gonzalez. Out to Dugan, wide open 3-point shot. This one no good. Hard off of the backboard. 5 minutes, 38 seconds, and Artesia back with it. And if you're a coach, if you're the part of the coaching staff for Artesia, you have to get your girls to try and slow things down, and they're going to get a charge call against Bradford. She hit the floor hard. It looked like somebody came out and kicked her in the chest.
It almost looked like a delay, though. Like
it was. Yeah.
And then she's like, you know what, I'm going to go back. It looked like they kicked a goal at her, and she went back into the goal.
Right. 5 minutes, 29 seconds here in the fourth quarter remain. 41-25. And Carlsbad gets the loose ball. Nice pass by Oliver off the ground to Dugan, and she had a wide open lane. She finishes at the basket.
Yeah,
it's going to make it 41-27. So a 14-point lead for Artesia. Definitely something the Cavegirls can chip their way back into this game, but it's going to take a very efficient next 3 minutes for the Cavegirls to even have a chance.
Yeah.
It really starts with this minute right here. If they can't eat away at some of that lead within the next minute, this game's over.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. They're going to have to play a lot tougher defense, and they're going to have to start hitting some shots. But with 5 minutes left, I guess it's still too much time left to give up. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got to still go for it.
100%. If I'm Coach Enlow, I think I'm setting up plays to where we kind of pump the ball in, where we see open shots, take them. If you got a quick lane, make it quick. But if not, kick it back out. We need some three-point shots to kind of chip back away at this lead. So I wouldn't take the middle out, but I would say if you got it wide open, go for it. If not, let's start putting threes up.
I feel like we don't set screens anymore like we used to back in the day. But I feel like if you set screens for Abby and she can hit some of those threes, her three-point percentage has got to be somewhere like around 40%.
Yeah.
I feel like we take our chance with that because it's not working as much inside because that big girl is kind of keeping us out a little bit.
She has been very good. 5 minutes, 7 seconds. Whitmire gets it into Padilla, and it doesn't look like Artesia is going to be slowing down whatsoever. They're still going 100% for her. There's Wagner under the basket, backing down Oliver, and she's going to get fouled to get to the line and shoot too. So Artesia's strategy is, this is who we are, we're not stopping.
Yeah, I feel like the same five have played the whole game. I don't even feel like they've subbed maybe one girl.
It really does feel like that.
That's the starting five that has pretty much played the whole 4 quarters.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the bench right now, and I really don't recognize anybody that has been in the game. So you might be right, with the exception of, I think, number 24 made an appearance, Abigail Hochschild, and that was just about it. So 43 now to 27, lead back up to 16 for Artesia, and they're full court pressing. There's Gonzalez, and they're going to call a foul there on Harrison. A reach-in foul or body check.
I guess that's the only way maybe we'll get somebody off the bench is if somebody fouls out.
Right.
Somebody's got 3, so we'll have to see.
All right, so pass inside was tipped away. Gonzalez gets it out to Garcia. Garcia's blocked, and that one comes up short. Artesia pushing the envelope quick down court, but it gets taken. Dugan with the ball once again. Dugan over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez up at the top of the key. We haven't seen that tonight just yet. New play, it looks like. Dugan back over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking to make a move in the paint. And she gets it tapped away. Gonzalez back out to Dugan. Dugan with the deep three-point shot. This one just a bit deep.
She can run it down, though.
And Dugan gets it out to Oliver. Wide open shot. This one comes up short. And Harrison rips the ball down. 3 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. Here's Whitmire. Passes it out to Beltran. And Beltran lets the clock move a bit. 3 minutes, 40 seconds here. Padilla back over to Beltran. Beltran to Harrison. They get it down to Wagner. And it feels like a lockdown move if you get it down to Wagner. And she's just been destroying this Cavegirl defense.
And I feel like Gonzalez
one by one
had the defense on her good, and she just found a way to just get it in anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, you're not big enough.
3 minutes, 29 seconds on the clock here in the fourth quarter, and Artesia has shown domination. Really, it's been a solid team effort between their lone 5, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they don't sub much. They've got girls that are in tremendous shape to be able to do that throughout the entire game. And Whitmire has been a dangerous threat all night long. Wagner has been destructive of this Cavegirl defense, and Harrison has also played her role as that's almost that same kind of caliber. I mean, you get her the ball, she can make her shots, and she can finish. I mean, what more can you ask for? Those are really the top three that have been killing the Cavegirls.
The scary thing is Padilla and Whitmire are both sophomores, and Harrison's a junior, so they're going to be solid next year too. The only one that's a senior is Wagner, so
that's
they're going to play with four. They'll play with four next year.
That's the only exhale you can take, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, well. So 3 minutes and 29 seconds here in the fourth quarter as we prepare to see the Cavemen do their warm-ups and get their game ready to go. I think the game for the Cavemen is going to be a good one as well. Dugan with the ball. Over to Garcia. Garcia to Bradford. 3 minutes, 18 seconds. Dugan slips. And it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Artesia ball. And you just hate to see anybody slip. I just get nervous for things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Coming off of a ACL surgery myself, I just want to see everybody come out of here healthy. 3 minutes, 5 seconds. There's Padilla. Padilla does a step back, decides to get it back to Whitmire. Whitmire back out to Padilla. And Artesia continuing to move the ball around to find the best shot, but that one of sloppy pass. And somehow, Artesia still finds a way. Whitmire got the ball, saved it, got it over to Wagner, and she got to the basket, got fouled. Two minutes, 46 seconds on the clock. Boys team's already out, ready to get loose. But 2 minutes and 45 seconds can sometimes be about 20 minutes, huh?
Oh, for sure.
Especially at the end of a game.
End of a game with timeouts, with fouls, with all that stuff.
One of the keys that Coach Inlow talked about for tonight's game, he said the keys against Artesia is execution. We know there's going to be a lot of energy in the gym because there always is when you play Artesia. We have to control the pace and play our speed. But Artesia tonight was setting the pace, and they had two girls they were playing through offensively that were unstoppable. And this Artesia team looks like a top team in the 4A
for sure.
division, for sure.
For sure. Yeah, and usually Artesia's kind of okay in the girls' side, but this one's, they're pretty solid. My only problem with them is if somebody gets in foul trouble, I feel like they're not using any of their bench, so it's going to be tough to have any experience coming off the bench.
2 minutes, 14 seconds, and Artesia still with their starting five, regardless of the 21-point lead. And there's Carrasco with a jumper. That one just off the back of the rim, and this one's going to get tapped away by the Cavegirls out of bounds. And it's going to make it Artesia ball with right around 2 minutes left. And that's basically going to do it, folks. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by C&B Bank. Here's a three-point shot by Whitmire, and that one goes deep. It's going to be Carlsbad ball. Dugan bringing it down. She gets it to the rim and can't get it to go. You can see the gym starting to kind of fill up more and more as fans trickle in from Carlsbad and Artesia as they prepare to watch the Cavemen take on the Bulldogs in tonight's primetime matchup. There's a three-point shot by Padilla, and she's used the backboard more than I've ever seen anybody else on a three-point shot.
Well, that one, I don't think she used the backboard. It's like she used the back of the rim, and it just kind of like bounced off the back of the rim and fell in. So
there's Bradford with a three-point shot. That one goes too little, too late as the Cavegirls still down by 21 points. And that's rough. One of the things that I think is cool about basketball and just sports in general now is I almost feel like girls had something to work for, right? You want to stay in shape, you want to be healthy, and you want to be the best at and be competitive. But now, college sports are more lucrative than ever, and there's Artesia subbing in more of their subs for the first time tonight.
They brought in 5 subs.
Oh,
off the
wow.
bench.
A full change.
They waited till 48 seconds.
48
left, but,
seconds.
you know what? This game's in hand.
But what I was like trying to get at is that like if you excel in your sport and you get to the college level, you have a chance of making life-changing money, and it's crazy now. So not only do guys have to say, hey, I'm excited for the NBA, I can make $1 million a year. Girls can make $1 million a year too playing college ball now. So it's almost like, what more incentive do you need, to be great? Here's Bradford. She got the steal, lost it on the free, on the breakaway. But Cavegirls able to get it back. Here's Bradford trying to bulldoze down. And that's going to be a turnover there on the carry. 21 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Artesia with their second string kind of in for the 5 starters, the Fab 5. 7 seconds here on the clock. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on and kind of take a break in between games as we prepare to watch the Cavemen take on the Artesia Bulldogs. Cavemen coming into this game with a record of 6-5, and Artesia coming into this game with a record of 4-4. So both teams almost at a 500 record, trying to kind of move up. If the Cavemen lose, they go down to 500. If Artesia loses, they go to a losing record. So a lot at stake in tonight's game. We're going to be back here in just a bit. Folks, thanks for listening. All Sports Best, Red Rocket Media. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by C&B Bank. We'll be right back.